Given a pie chart that shows the population of the Philippines, if the total population is 90 million, how many are from Luzon? So to answer this question, since we have here a central angle of 120, we can find the area of the sector, the Luzon part, by using again the sector formula, that is theta over 360, and then the area of the circle. In this example, by context, that is 90 million. So our angle is 120 over 360 of 90. That is 1/3 of 90, which is 30 million. So that's letter C. In the figure, A is parallel to B. Find the measurement of X. But to answer this question, we can actually drop a third parallel lines here. And then using the concept of the alternate interior angles, this is 30. This is also 30. That is 40. This is 40. So to solve for X, the entire thing, just add 30 plus 40, that is 70. Number 164. If R, S, and T are integers, and S is a factor of T, which of the following is integer? So since S is a factor of T, we can conclude that T over S is an integer. So if we're going to multiply this one by R, that means to say R times T over S, that gives you an integer as well. But do we have that in our given? That's letter C, by the way. RTS. 165. What can X be in the expression root of negative X so that the expression will be a real number? So always remember, when you have radicals and then you have negative numbers inside, it will give you imaginary numbers. So our goal here is to make the numbers inside the radical positive. How can we make this positive? That is only if X is negative, right? Because negative times negative is positive. So we have letter B. X can be a negative number. 166. What is the value of X in the absolute value of X plus 1 greater than 0? So to answer this, we just solve for X as if we are solving linear equation. So this is X plus 1 equals 0. So X is negative 1. So we can actually make use of any number except negative 1, because if X is negative 1, this becomes 0. The entire thing will become 0, and 0 is not greater than 0. So the answer will be all real numbers except negative 1. Letter A. 167. James went to mall to buy items worth 66 pesos, and they were not subjected to tax. However, he also bought items worth 540 that were still be subjected to 12% VAT. How much did he pay all in all? So to get this, we're gonna add 66. Since no tax, we will not multiply it to anything, plus 540 subjected to 12% VAT. So 12% VAT, that is 1.12. This gives you letter C, 670.80 pesos. 168. How much water should Ron add to 24% concentration of 50 ml orange juice to make it 10% concentration? So always remember here, when you are dealing with concentrations, the amount of juice will be the same. So what is 24% of 50? That is 12 ml, right? 12 ml. So therefore, this must be equal to 10% concentration of what? That's 50, and then plus water. I'm gonna use W. And then we're just gonna solve. This is 12 equals 0.5. No, that's 5% of 50 is 5, not 0.5. 5 plus 0.1 W. And then we're gonna solve for W. This is 12 minus 5 is 7, equals 0.10 W. So this is divide everything by 0.10. This is 70. So our answer is 70 ml. That's letter C. 169. In an hour-long debate, two candidates both answered 8 questions. Each question took 3 minutes to answer. At the end of the debate, each candidate was also given 2 minutes to give their closing statement. How long did each candidate speak? So 8 questions, 3 minutes per question. So that is 8 times 3. That is 24. But they're also given 2 minutes to give their closing statement. So plus 2. This is 26. Do we have that as letter C in our choices? Let's do 170. Given the quadratic function y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0 and b squared minus 4ac is less than 0, which the following is the possible graph of the given quadratic function? So remember, it's stated here that the discriminant is less than 0. If your discriminant is less than 0, there is no solution, right? I mean, the solutions are imaginary. What does it mean when we say the solutions are imaginary? Meaning to say your graph will not touch the x-axis. Because remember, the solution for quadratics or any graph, that is when the graph touches the x-axis. For example, this one, we have two unique solutions. Two solutions. And then what else? This is a letter C. Again, look at the graph. It did not touch the x-axis, meaning to say the roots are imaginary. So letter C will be our answer. Number 171. If 3 times x, 3 times 10 raised to a times 0.007 times 10 raised to b equals 2.1 times 10 raised to 9, what is the value of a plus b? Now to answer this one, we're just gonna group together. Now we're gonna make use of the associative property of multiplication. So we're gonna group together all the coefficients and then the powers of 10 altogether. So we have 3 and then I will have 3 times 0.007 times the powers of 10. We have 10 over 10 raised to a times 10 raised to b. Then again, this is equal to this one, 2.1 times 10 raised to 9. And then again, what we're going to do is we are going to multiply the coefficients. 3 times 3 times 0.007. This is just equal to 21, 0.21, right? Which is 0.21. And then you multiply this one together. This is times 10. And then again, since the base are the same, we're going to add the exponent a plus b. And again, this is equal to 2.1, sorry. And then 10 raised to 9. Then after that one, remember, when we want to make this one as a scientific notation, ito, I think my 0 is missing. This is 0.021. Yeah, that's correct. Since scientific notation, we only need to have what do you call this? Number greater than 0. So we're gonna make this one as 0.21. How to do that? We're gonna move our decimal places twice. 1, 2 to the left. So we will get 2.1 times 10, and then a plus b minus 2. And again, this is equal to 2.1 times 10 raised to 9. And since we are having the same base already, 2.1, we can actually equate the exponent. So we're gonna get a plus b minus 2. This is 9. So a plus b will be 2 plus 9 is 11. That's letter B in our choices.